I know. You're saying, girl, where have you been? To be honest with you, I've just been trying to survive. Things have been rough. So let me update you because I don't think I've talked to you since my firsties came back into the classroom. So they came back in, I want to say about 6 weeks ago now. So yeah, it's been longer than I thought. I thought maybe about a month since my last video, but I'm thinking it's been more like 5 or 6 weeks. But anyway, they came back. I got about 12 of my 15 now. I started out with about 9, and about 3 more came in throughout our phasing in period. I had a feeling that on the day first graders were supposed to come back that I wouldn't get all my first graders, that they would come back when maybe 2nd grade or 3rd grade an older sibling came back. So about 3 of them, no, I take that back, 2 of them came in when the older sibling came in, and I understand that as well. And as far as things are going with trying to teach with them in front of me and trying to make sure that the students that are still on the computer, that are still virtual at home, are understanding what I'm doing, you know, getting them to respond and feedback from them, it's a little different. I'll say it's a little different because I know, for one thing, our first grade class, our kindergarten classes last year had quite a few students in the rooms. There were only 2 kindergarten classrooms, so they had a lot of students in there. And this year there are 3, so we don't have as many students. But I don't know if it's that their rooms were overcrowded, or I don't know, a little immaturity that I see, that I normally see this time of year. And of course, I always say in January, February, then I'll see lots of changes in them. So I'm not exactly sure what it is. I want to say this bunch looks a little different at this point than the bunch last year at this time. But of course, you know, we've had a lot of things going on since then. You know, they couldn't finish out the school year in the classroom because of COVID. Didn't start back in the classroom because of COVID. So I'm not sure if that's why I see some differences in them. And I can't really pinpoint exactly what it is, but seem like, I want to say, the little growth that I would normally see when they come in, I didn't see when this bunch came in. So I don't know, that may not even be making any sense to you, but it is what it is, and my job is to take them from where they are and move them, you know, beyond. So, and another thing about first grade standards, our standards, we have a lot of standards, and seem like for me, and there are some that we will teach over and over for a few weeks, especially in readings, especially first quarter. But seem to me, I don't know, it's just different. It's just different. But anyway, I am doing good. They are doing good. We're learning to adjust, and it is taking some time to get adjusted. Seems like to me every time I get adjusted, then something changes, which is year 2020. I understand that. It's teaching. I understand that as well. So a couple of weekends ago, I want to say about 2 weekends ago, I had a really bad weekend, and I've not had the best month just when it comes to me personally. Like, you know, at the beginning of the month was, of course, this entire month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so you know, make sure you're doing yourself breast exams. Make sure you get your mammograms done if you are of age. But just stay on top of that. But I said that to say, you know, this month I've just really just reflected and have been just, you know, grateful and thanking God that I am where I am, and I would not be where I am without him. I'm grateful for that. This month came in, my mom's birthday was on the 3rd. Of course, you know, I lost my mom, and I didn't lose my mom. My mom passed away in March, because I know exactly where she is. She's not lost. But so, you know, that kind of had me in my little feelings. One day at work, I got very emotional, and I tried to cry without anybody knowing I had cried, and that didn't go too well, because anytime I cry, most of the time my eyes get, you know, really red. But so I don't know, this month has just not been the best month for me, and I'm looking forward to November. And I know my mom is in a better place. It's not that, you know, yes, I miss her terribly. So it's just that and the job. But anyway, what I was going to say is, about 2 weekends ago, I think that entire week I had worked from about 5 to 9 each night. I came home that Friday and I still worked on some lesson plans, or trying to get my smart lesson together, or putting things in Schoology. That Saturday I had I think I had a meeting earlier that Saturday morning, got off the meeting, and I think I still worked another 2 or 3 hours. That following Sunday I woke up early so that I could, what I thought was, go ahead and finish up, and I was gonna, you know, join my Sunday school group, and then join the church group on Facebook. And I ended up working through that. I worked right on through Sunday school. I worked right on through my church service, and worked for several more hours, like, I don't know, early into the night. And I went to bed just so sad that I had done that, because I know better. I know that my Lord and Savior comes first. I know that my family comes second, and I know that my job comes third. But that particular weekend seemed like I tried to just, I was just trying to survive. It's not like I was even trying to get ahead. I was just trying to just do everything that I needed to do. I wanted to start doing smart lessons, but those seem to take a lot of time with me for some strange reason. But one thing, and I know I'm all over the place, so forgive me, but when I do a smart lesson, I like my teaching talk points to kind of be in there sometimes. I know if I have an idea what I'm going to teach and how I'm going to do it, sometimes I just want my talking points, or a little blurb that'll jumpstart a conversation that I want to have with the students. So that was taking a long time for me to do. Then I have to put assignments in Schoology for the students to do during their center time, and just doing those lesson plans. Now, my principal didn't ask for anything detailed, so, and I do think I'm doing too much, and I've tried to scale back, but I just know something needs to change with all of what I'm doing. So for the past, well, last week, what I tried to do was you know, not put as much details into the smart slides. I tried to find something real quick and simple for the kids to do, whether it was writing something in a journal, in one of their journals, or whatever. I tried to you know, be very, very brief with what I was putting in there. And they don't need a lot of work to do anyway, because they don't have a lot of time. They have about 15 minutes to do a reading assignment, about 15 minutes to maybe 10 minutes to do a math page, and there's not many problems on the math page or the math pages. So that takes about another 10 minutes. Then a little science or social studies. Most of the time I don't give them both. A little language assignment, whether it's writing sentences or putting words in ABC order. So that's pretty much it that they do for center time, besides spend about 15 minutes in iReady reading, 15 minutes in iReady math. So that's basically it. But it just seems to be taking up a lot of my time. Now, when the kids came back, I was working from 8 to 4 since about, end of August. And we're still working from 8 to 4. But when the kids actually came back into the classroom, if we have duty, we're asked to be there at about 7:30. So then that's 7:30 to 4 o'clock. And we don't have duty often, 1 week every 4 or 5 weeks. So I can't even complain about that. And but I still work till 4 o'clock. The kids leave at about 3:15, about 3:30, 3:25. All of my kids are gone. So I have from about 3:30 till 4 o'clock to, do what I need to do. Put the recordings in Schoology for the students that are at home that are not watching, not on live with me. So generally that's what I do at that time. So I am getting there early most days, and when I get there I go ahead and just start doing what I need to do, because my day now looks a whole lot different than it looked years ago. And this video is going to be a little lengthy, so I apologize for that. But let me just kind of tell you what my day looks like. So I get there early just because I like to go ahead and kind of settle down and go ahead and see who logged in the previous day. Go ahead and do attendance. I like to go ahead and publish my folders because they're unpublished until I publish them. So I like to go ahead and publish those folders so that the students that are at home can go ahead and do what they need to do inside the folders. Then what else do I get the tables ready so that breakfast is served in the classrooms this year. So I go ahead and make sure that their little area is nice and clean, and shortly after that, cafeteria will bring in their breakfast. So I kind of hand that out because that's just one of the things that I have to do this year. And by then it's time for the bell to ring and for them to come into the classroom. And of course they eat breakfast from about 8 o'clock till usually about 8:25, 8:20 sometimes. And then I go ahead and clean that up, because one, I don't know, bad habit I have is I like a clean room. I don't want no syrup all on the table. I don't want the grease and water and syrup from fruit or whatever on the table. So I clean that up. Because then I don't want that all on the notebooks and on the paper. The few papers that we hand out, we don't not handing out too many papers, but I don't want that on the notebook and on the math workbook. So I go ahead and make sure that's clean. And by then it is time for me to log in, because I start my phonics at 8:30. And sometimes I try and, before the kids came back, I was trying to get on about 8:27. Now, after cleaning up behind them after breakfast, I'm kind of logging on at about 8:35 sometimes. If I'm there at 8:33, I'm doing good. So then we do the phonics from 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and I do my reading from 9 o'clock to 9:30. I do my language from 9:30 till 10, and then it's time to take them to the restroom, because at 10:10 they go to PE. So sometimes during that PE time, which is supposed to be my planning, I have a little meeting. Most of the time it doesn't last long. Sometimes it's not even their entire 30 minutes, but that leaves me no time to, record. And then when I think about it, I say to myself, I need to be getting prepared for the next lesson, which is math. So math starts at about 10:45. So PE is from 10:10 to 10:40. So math starts at 10:45 to 11:15. From 11:15 to 11:45, we have lunch. So by the time I hand out lunch and clean up behind them, I think I probably have about 20 minutes to eat. And by the time I clean up behind them, I'm supposed to start my science and social studies at 11:45. So is it 11:45? Yeah, 11:15 to 11:45. So I'm supposed to start my science and social studies at 11:45. So at about 11:45, sometimes 11:50, I'm getting on and doing about 40 minutes, 20 minutes science, 20 minutes of social studies, or sometimes I'll do about the whole 40 minutes of the science or the social studies, one or the other. Just depends on what I need to do, you know, that particular day. So after that, then at about 12:50, we move into small groups, and I have 3 small groups. On Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I do reading small groups. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do math small group. So that's pretty much what my day looks like. I have a special intervention group that starts about 2:15 to 2:45. And those students that need just an extra pull, an extra dose of instructions, I pull them at 2:15. So about 2:45, we're getting packed up and ready to go. So that's pretty much what my day looks like. So I've missed you guys terribly. I apologize for not being more consistent with my uploads. I will say, I think as of about 2 weeks ago, I'm even more certain that this is going to probably be my last year. I hate that I'm not documenting it as, you know, more than I am, but I will say this: I don't know if I want to document this. I don't know if I need any reminders of what's been going on. This past week on Wednesday, we had Hurricane Zeta. So as a matter of fact, I left work on Tuesday and hadn't been back. We were out Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm not sure how many people are still without power. I know Friday, well, Thursday night, I think maybe 110,000 people were still without power. But I'm sure probably some of you have experienced Zeta as well. So that's a little bit about what's going on with me. I just kind of wanted to update you. I am doing well, and I hope you are doing well. Let's see, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Click your notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload a video, and leave a comment below just letting me know how are things going with you. Parents still have the option of continuing to keep their child at home for the second quarter, which starts, I'm not sure when it's going to start now. It was supposed to start on Wednesday, but I'm not sure if we're going to go ahead and do a few more days of first quarter, or if second quarter is going to go ahead and start. But parents continue to have the option to keep their child at home if they want to. I know numbers are going up. Ooh, I'm sorry. I gotta stretch out. I know numbers are going up in various states, and I think our number has gone up slightly here. So, but I just wanted to update you guys and let you know that I am missing you terribly. I don't really have time to film unless I continue to film in my home, which is not a problem. So leave me a suggestion down below as to what else I can do. I can record and upload for you. I can tell you about my day. I guess I can tell you about my day just as well here as I can tell you about my day in the classroom. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to let you know that I'm alive and things are going well. And I'm very overwhelmed. And this has been a rough year, probably the worst ever, but health-wise, I'm good, so thank God for that. And I've just been snowed under trying to survive. So I do know that I'm not going to bring as much work home with me as I have been bringing home. It's just going to have to wait. I mean, if Admin said something, I'm just going to have to say, you don't give me time to do that. And the time you give me, you know, sometimes I have a meeting, and anyway, I have awesome co-workers that have just rushed to my aid to see what I needed. They do it all the time, and I'm grateful for them. And yeah, guys, so I'm rambling. I'll talk to you later. Infinity hugs and kisses. Bye, guys.